Just finished work for the day, and as you can see, it's already getting pretty dark. We're going to quickly go to the marina that's literally just there, King's Bromley. Try and get the Elson emptied because they are full. We really need to sort it. We've made it. It's only just around the corner, and even then, so much darker. Amy's found the Elson though, so it's looking good. Cassettes are done, hooray! It was only £1.25 as well for two, which is actually way cheaper than most marinas. It is now pitch black though, so we've got to try and turn round in the marina in the pitch black, get out, go around the corner and moor up. So that's fun.
Wes is in this weird strongman event, pulling the boat by the back and the front, because we didn't want to face the other way out of the marina. So we just thought we'd reverse it a little bit so we're away from the junction. Go on, Wes.
It's also really windy. It doesn't look it, but it is. It is about 7:30 in the morning, and it's freezing because we haven't had a chance to put the fire on yet, but we are appearing on BBC Radio Sheffield for a few minutes, so that's kind of exciting. So we're going to get a call any minute now and then talk to the DJ live on air.
We've got our coats on because we haven't even had time to put the fire on, and we were like, do we go outside? Do we go inside?
What if the signal's rubbish?
What if the signal's rubbish? So that's why we are just in our coats, stood talking to the radio soon. We will try and link it down below where we appeared if we can, so you can have a listen.
We did it!
We've just been on the radio. That's my first ever radio appearance.
That was really cool. They were really lovely as well.
Yeah, it was lovely. Asked really good questions, and it felt like a normal phone call. It was nice.
Yeah. Weird way to start the day.
Yeah.
It's bright and sunny this morning, so we're going to try and repack the stern gland. It's something that we've needed to do for ages, and given that the weather's pretty good this morning, we're just going to try and do it. Never done it before, don't really know what we're doing, but we've looked at a few tutorials online, so it looks pretty straightforward, just a bit messy. This is the tub of grease that we need to use. It was left on here by the old owners. So this plastic like disc should hopefully make this way easier. Oh, that came off easier than I thought. That's the stern gland, and then you're supposed to unscrew this all the way.
It's kind of like a lip balm, isn't it?
Yeah, like a chapstick, just filled with grease.
And for those that don't know, this kind of greases the propeller, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it down in there where our drip is, basically. Hopefully, I don't think it'll fix it, but it should make it a little bit better. And it just needs doing anyway. So, apparently there is a trick to this. It saves you a lot of time. So some people will get a knife and then like pack it in, turn the turny bob and like slowly fill it. Apparently the other method is you line this up over the hole and you slowly push down.
It's working, I think. Maybe use the lid and like... What a hack.
That's it. I'm done.
Let me see. Well done, Wes.
Stern gland packed. There you go. One repacked stern gland. It only took about 5 minutes.
A little bit of an engine maintenance morning, so Now we're going to add in the fuel set. We should have done it when we first topped up, to be honest. We topped up with fuel like last weekend. So you add it to your fuel and it just kind of treats it and prevents diesel bug, which is a very nasty kind of, I don't even know.
Is it a bug?
Is it a bug? I don't know. But it sticks in the engine diesel bay if there's like a build up of moisture and condensation. So that kind of just keeps it at bay, hopefully. If
you get diesel bug, it's bad news, and you have to have your engine completely drained, I think. We don't really understand, but it sounds bad, and all you have to do is pop a bit of this in.
So that's what we're gonna do.
When you move onto a boat, you don't necessarily get all the bits that you need. So for the longest time, we were using a spanner or a bit of wood that fitted in there, but most chandleries sell a little tool.
Now it's my turn to be in the engine bay, and one of the horrible jobs is these runoffs stop rainwater going in here, and we've been letting it build up and it's gross, and it's been leaking water into the engine bay. So I just gotta scrape all the goo out and the leaves. Quite a sunny day today, still absolutely freezing, but it's sunny and it's not raining. So I'm gonna do a job that we've been putting off for 6 months, since pretty much the day that we got the boat. I think we literally did this in vlog 1 on the one side of the boat, but we haven't done it on the other side for some reason for 6 months, and that is the grip tape. It makes such a difference, and we haven't had it on one whole side just because we kept forgetting to do it. So today's the day. First things first, wipe the gunnels. And then all we use is just called anti-slip tape, and we've just cut it into strips that are roughly foot width. What are you working on? All done. Whoop whoop. Whoa, what does that mean, Wes?
I finished work for the year. Woo! I don't have any more meetings. I don't have any more like actual work. It's all handed over for the rest of the year.
Whoop 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 whoop.
I did it.
It's quite possibly our worst attempt at stove potatoes yet. Listen.
It weighs about 2 grams.
It's just hollow in there. You can't even cut it.
It's just a lump of coal.
Oh, dear me. That's hilarious. Hello! I got my giant scarf on, so I'm just wrapped in that. It's very windy today, very chilly, but we're going to cruise. We're going to try and cover quite a lot of ground today. We've got the facilities on the way, and a couple of, there's about 6 locks I think. Wes is doing the ropes and we are ready to go. It's nice and sunny, but also very windy, so we're a little bit nervous about the boat blowing around, but we've seen other boaters out, so it should be okay. We also really need to get the boat blacked. Like it isn't due necessarily yet. I think Heidi mentioned it from the Narrowboat Pirate that it goes really dull, and I think that's happening to ours, so it's looking grey. So we really do need to do it. See you later, loser! See you later, loser! Another thing about winter and autumn cruising is look at this. This is just before the lock, and obviously we have to move the boat through this, and it'll just get completely stuck around the propeller. So not sure what to do. It's going to be like a 10-minute job of just getting it all out, I think. We're just getting the big ones out before we cruise through it. Looks like people have been putting it there. So much of it. We would have never got through there. Huh?
Crazy, absolute stuff.
Rufus is helping clean up, of course. Thank you, Rufus. Good boy. We're gonna try and just move it away from the water. As soon as you open the lock gates, it all just flows in. So at least we've stopped that from coming in the lock and getting stuck in the lock. How cute are these? We've only been cruising for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and we're having to pull over, turn the engine off because there's just so much debris in the water because of the storm. It's completely stuck around our propeller, so we're gonna have to pull over and stick our hand in and pull it all out. This is so bad.
It's just never ending.
Are we still stuck?
Yeah. Still haven't got any thrust. I think there's just a lot of stuff stuck, so I'm just going to try and shake it up. Yeah, there we go.
Cruising after a storm is stressful. Because it's winter as well, hardly anyone's cruising, so it doesn't keep the leaves moving and stuff, so they just sort of build up.
Amy's ready in case she needs to kick off one of these boats because the wind is blowing us about a lot. No.
Another lock. Another build up.
Really windy. This next bit's opposite a pub, and there's just rows of boats, and then a really small lock landing before the next lock. And there's a really small window margin of error to get this, so wish me luck. Bon voyage. Camera down. I can't hear it though.
Time to moor up. We found a spot directly opposite some facilities and a cafe, and we were going to go a bit further today, but it's just too windy. It's blowing the boat everywhere and it's so stressful. So we're going to leave it there, aren't we, and get moored up, get cozy and have a look around.
Glad we stopped because the wind's only getting worse and it's pretty wavy out there.
That's so cute. I love stuff like this.
One of the guys particularly, Ken Cook his name was, he missed the piece.
Rufus isn't interested in the history of the Bradley Yard.
Very short.
We've had a couple of knocks due to the wind, and that was a close call. Sadly, the little spider plant jar of water spilled all in the makeup drawer. Plant's all right, but that's annoying. Got the kettle on. Amy's getting the fire going so we can get nice and warm. I'm just doing a little stock take of what food we've got in. Crust. Couple of slices, mince pies, and plain pastoral rice. You excited for dinner, Amy?
I'm excited for my pizza.
Okay, admittedly we've realised that there's a Papa John's that will deliver to the pub just down the road, so it might happen.
They got Christmas lights on them! Oh, that's so cute! England's so weird. No way! We're just waiting for our pizza on the corner, and all of a sudden, genuinely about 100 tractors, all with Christmas lights, have all started coming down the street, beeping at us, and we're like, we just want our pizza, but it's really cute.
Just got back from picking up the pizza. It's not always that smooth.
It's literally,
as you can tell,
dripping.
Raining quite heavily outside, so I've got quite a wet pizza. Amy's was underneath, so hers is alright, but
it's fine.
Pizza's pizza, innit? Cheeky little boat tip. Your pizza's gone a bit cold. Stick it on the stove for a few minutes.
This one's a bit too big, so I have to hold it, but usually you could just stick it on.
So we moored up here last night, and conveniently the facilities are there. So we're going to try and push the boat across, ideally without turning the engine on, just nudge it across. Doesn't seem windy today. And then we can do Elson, water, have a quick shower, and then try and get across a bit of a scary bit on today's trip. Manoeuvre was a success, which is good given how many people were watching in the cafe. And now we're gonna quickly have a shower, do the Elson, do the water, and we're just gonna take turns.
All the facilities are done. We've had a shower, we've emptied both L's, both cassettes, filled the water up and cleaned Dupes the rabbit out. So, and emptied the bins because there was recycling. So busy morning, but now we want to set off as soon as possible because we're a little bit stressed this morning. Well, it's now afternoon, we've been here that long because the water pressure on the water point was so rubbish. It took so long and we just had to call it. Today we're going on our first river and we are terrified. We're literally only going on it for like 10 minutes, but it's where kind of the canal crosses the river and then it goes back to canal again. So we think we'll only be on there for like half an hour, 10 minutes, but still terrifying. So we want to go while it's mild because yesterday was very not mild. And we just want to get it over and done with because we're nervous. just went past a boat that is home to a lovely lady, and she helped us through our first ever lock in the on the Llangollen, like the one that we first ever did on our boat, and we just saw her boat. Oh my gosh, that's our first sign about the river. It's literally just a tiny section, but it's our first ever encounter, and we're so scared. But it says open as normal, which is good. It means that the river, like the water level, is safe and stuff like that to cruise. We're just about to go around the corner, and then that's where we think the river is. There's a winding hole here, and this is the last turn before the river, so here we go.
I'm so scared. It's weird because when we came off the Llangollen, we said it was like going onto the motorway. I don't think it was. It was like coming onto like a dual carriageway. This feels like we're going on the motorway for the first time.
I mean, we don't even know what it looks like.
It might be tiny, but in my
literally,
head,
I think it's a 2-minute section.
in my head, it's like going across the sea. The wind is okay at the moment. It's nowhere near as bad as it was yesterday, and as long as it holds off while we go across the river, we should be all right.
Okay, so on rivers, there's the red, yellow and green. So it's do not proceed is red, proceed with caution is yellow, and green is navigation conditions normal. We both agreed that we're only going on if it's green, because we're beginners. We don't even want to go on if it's obviously proceed with caution. So now I just have to look for the thing that, the indicator. There's a boat coming through the lock, so we're just gonna wait. They're on it, which means it must be safe. We're just gonna ask them all about it. It's scary.
So we're at the entrance to the river, and a lovely couple have just come off the river coming upstream and said that it's a good idea to walk down, scope it out first and see how you feel. So we're going to have a little walk around now.
They basically said it would be okay, but we'd just be going really fast.
Probably the fastest we'd ever go, which is scary.
So we don't know whether that's a good idea or not. And basically on the other end, it's saying green, proceed with caution, everything's fine. But on this end, it's well into the yellow, which is caution, and almost at the red. So.
We're going to do it. We've scoped it out.
It doesn't look half as bad here.
And the couple who we spoke to were going upstream, which is a lot harder because it pushes the front of the boat around. Going downstream will go quickly, but it should be fine. And the stretch is quite short, and then it turns off and goes really calm. So that's reassuring.
They reassured us that we should be fine.
Yeah. Still really scared. How are you feeling?
I don't know, I'm just super nervous because obviously it's basically yellow, and we said we're only doing it when it's green. But they said on the other side it's green. So they were like, oh, I don't think it's...
It should be fine, isn't it?
They don't think it's that bad, and they've just come off of it, so
yeah.
we're trusting them.
We're playing it super safe. We've got our life jackets out just in case.
I'm so nervous. I really wish it was like just green, everything's fine, but it's just like the longer we leave it, it could get worse, and it's not getting any warmer or less wet, you know, so I'm just gonna go for it.
This is it. Life jackets on. Amy's gonna open the lock and then it's go time. Whew. officially going onto the river now. The lock gates are open. Just got to get Amy back on board and then that's it.
Thank you for your help, lovely couple. I just love all the boaters, like the community is so lovely. Like those, they spent a good like 15 minutes chatting to us, reassuring us, giving us tips, and they just watched us on the bridge to make sure everything was okay. Like they're just so sweet, and like all boaters just look out for each other, and it's just so lovely. This is the scariest bit. We just got to get around this corner. You got it? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Look at that. You did such a good job.
We did it.
We did it. I'm so proud of you. You did a really good job, Wes.
Thank you.
We're back on the safety of the canals now.
After about 30 seconds on the river.
Literally, the people that were helping us was like, it'll be over in a flash, and we didn't quite realise how quick it was. We were like literally on and off, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god.
I'm really proud of us though, because it might be the tiniest little bit of river, and to like more veteran boaters it might just be like literally nothing. But to us it was terrifying, and we smashed it.
And we did it. It's pretty cold now. Hoodie has been tied. We're almost there though. I hope it's not next to this big old road though. Through these trees is Barton Marina, and it looks so nice. There's loads of boats, and there's like Christmas lights all over. They've got shops, restaurants, bars. So we want to go there, but there's no bridge. So, oh my god! Whoa, pull up! I got so distracted then.
By the lovely pretty Christmas marina.
There's a Starbucks right there, and you can literally walk into it.
It's like a drive-through for boats.
Wow! The only thing is, we've got hot chocolate in the boat, so there's nothing really that I want. It's just the excitement of doing it.
Experience.
Yeah. As I was saying, this looks like a really pretty marina.
That looks beautiful.
Look at the lights and stuff. Sometimes though, marinas like this have big chandeliers. What if they sell fridges? Maybe we're dreaming. Time to moor up. There's a little spot just further ahead of the Starbucks and the marina. and it's super cold and we just want to get cozy now.
Good day.
It's been a good day. We're still on the high from the river, but we've definitely deserved a rest.
A special shout out to Steve and Keith for the chips this week. Thank you so much for your additional support.
Thank you for joining us as we conquered our first river experience. As always, if you enjoyed, subscribe and we'll see you next week.